Roll call, please.
Mayor Richards,
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Green,
Present.
Alderwoman Taylor,
Here.
Alderman Stamps, Alderwoman McDade, Alderwoman Vaughn.
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Public comments per Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code 551007. The city council may not discuss or take action on any items not listed on the agenda. Each member of the public wishing to speak must sign in before the meeting, which is limited to 3 minutes. There's no public comments today. Item number 6, discussion of possible action to approve the minutes of the regular city council meeting held on March 19th, 2026. Any discussion? Any discussion on it?
I make a motion that we approve the regular council meeting held on March 19th, 2026. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Okay, so we have a presentation, actually 2 today. We'll start out with a presentation from Ms. Erica Jones, a potential 3-day small business boot camp. Good evening, Ms. Jones.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, good afternoon, and thank you for having me. I'm Erica Jones. I'm with Prairie View Extension Program with the Community Economic Development, and I'm here to present to you the 3-day boot camp that I presented to EDC and now to City Council tonight. One thing about the boot camp, I actually have 2 cohorts on this boot camp. It's usually a 9-week academy. What we're doing in Brookshire is condensing it to 2.5 days, but it is to help strengthen the economy. According to my research and what everybody knows going on in Brookshire, small business is what pretty much makes up the economy. And Brookshire is growing, and what this boot camp will do will help to strengthen the small businesses, bring exposure to the community about the opportunities that are available to small businesses. Why this matters for Brookshire? Like I said, Brookshire is growing, and growth creates opportunity. And we want to provide the opportunity to small businesses, those that are small, those that are growing, and those that need to expand. What we have to offer as far as the economy is, we have a $6 billion economy here as far as procurement in the state of Texas. And the state of Texas has so many opportunities. I know what individuals know what goes on in the market, but in what's actually going on, business is still going on. Mm-hmm. And we need to make sure that our small businesses here in Waller County and Brookshire are in the competition and presented their businesses according to how we need them to present to be able to obtain these opportunities. There are cooperatives that are created. We all know that the hub was kind of dismantled and rearranged. That is a lawsuit, but at the same time, business still going on. We're going to introduce something that I have not introduced in other cohorts, is the cooperative opportunities to small businesses. And what we want to do is make sure that our small businesses are positioned. Paperwork, the certifications really don't make a difference anymore, so we really got to make sure that they're in line and in position to be able to obtain these cooperatives, which are free to join, but you have to have your paperwork in place. And Houston Metro region is one of the largest regional economies. It's right here in our back door. We're right in the back door. So those opportunities that are there, they can definitely take part of those, but they just need to know. We need to bring those individuals like the Metro, the port, and different entities that are procurement officers here into Brookshire so they can know, our small business owners can know these opportunities are available unto them. The boot camp objectives, they're aligned with EDC goals. One thing I've done before, when I received this position in October of 2024, I kind of read most of the strategic plans. So what I've done as your community extension agent is every program that I design is designed in line with what the county and what the city is needing. I've come to the mayor, asked him what he needs and how can cooperative extension align with the economy and to help educate our small business owners. So that way we can keep small business retention and we don't have leakage over into other counties. We can keep that money here and continue to build our economy. The 3-day boot camp, what it'll cover. Day 1, we'll do strategic positioning, and we'll bring different types of coaching opportunities as well as business layout. Our academy starts off with business planning. We go into a deep dive into business marketing, showing them how they need to market their businesses, business planning. A lot of small businesses, what I've found since working with, doing one-on-one with businesses, some small businesses haven't even done a needs assessment or a strategic plan. If you haven't done a needs assessment, who is your market? Who is your target market? A lot of these small businesses have not went into that. All they know is a business plan. A business plan is really just how you're going to function business. But a strategic plan will make you marketable to investors to your business. So we go deep dive into business marketing, building a capability statement. You need a resume. You need to know how to pitch your business. We do all this. We do a pitch competition, which we will have a pitch competition here in Brookshire as well. And we bring procurement. Last year as well as this year, I do have Metro and the port that's coming in, and they literally vet opportunities at these academies. So the first day will be strategic positioning the business, taxes, making sure they have their books are right. What is needed for taxes, and we'll have individuals there that we've already vetted, we already do business with, and make sure that everybody have the proper individuals and all the paperwork in order. As far as day 2, it'll be financial and a bid readiness. With this particular component, we do access to capital. Of course, all small businesses need funding. Every business don't need the same type of funding. You have CDFIs, you have CRA representatives, you have traditional lending, you have factory lending. So we'll have a various array of lending opportunities and lenders here to explain what type of lending they do. And as well, we'll have a vendor opportunity for businesses to speak to these vendors as well. So the capital access, financing strategies for business, proposal and bid writing. We have a great company that actually does a lot of bid writing and proposals, and has been very prosperous in there. Educating our business on insurance, bonding. When you're doing proposals, you have to be bonded in certain things. So we want to make sure that they're along with information about insurance, bonding, and risk management. And day 3, we're going to scale it down to where we have nothing but procurement officers here to talk about how to do business with Texas, how to do business with the port, and show them the opportunities that are available. Because these opportunities may be outside of our community, but the money going to stay here. When they live here, they'll stay here. So prime contracting strategies, subcontracting opportunities, letting them know you don't have to be a prime. You can be a subcontractor and show them how to obtain these opportunities as subcontractors. And as far as growth and exit planning, one thing I found too, a lot of businesses don't even position themselves to close. Every business should know their dollar. You should know what your worth is. Not only your personal worth, but your business worth, because we don't want our bodies to break down before our business break down. So we'll have someone here from Edward Jones that'll talk on exit planning for your businesses. And just final strategic presentations from vendors that they'll have opportunity to vet around on their half day. So this is the boot camp. And the way we're going to measure that is the vendor registration. We have a lot of people that register, but none ever show up. So there's a percentage that usually show up, and that's about 80%. We do one-on-one technical assistance. That means if an individual business needs assistance after the workshop, we do one-on-one business coaching. And we're gonna coach them until they submit a bid. That's the whole purpose of the matter. And 50% of those individuals usually go ahead and submit that bid. And 40% win the contracts. We have to keep applying for contracts. One thing I teach them: apply for bids, apply for contracts. Go back to get your feedback. Getting feedback, even if you lost a bid, it helps you to become stronger in your writing. It helps you become stronger in your bid submissions because you know the areas that you are weak at. So we coach them until they win. And the long-term vision of Brookshire. This academy it's an annual thing. We have it every year. If we want to hear in Brookshire at 3 days or 9 weeks, we'll continue to have this academy on a yearly basis that will continue to educate our small business owners, and not only educate them, but bring other businesses into the community, bring other opportunities to Brookshire, and to let them know that we do have the qualified individuals here in Brookshire, so to bring them here. And your procurement pipeline, the networking, I don't care what anybody says, cell phones have broken. But in this economy, we need person to person. We need human contact, and that's how you establish those relationships. And that's how I've established the relationships with procurement. Regional prime feeder systems, we'll continue to develop those for contractors, and that's just make a database of those individuals. If I get overloaded, then I have someone that I have vetted that I can send our small businesses to for technical assistance. And that's it. That's it. Any questions?
Appreciate you being there.
Thank you.
I think it's a good program. It aligns with the city EDC and the city's goals and objectives to support the small business, and I think even some of the larger companies will probably benefit from this too. And did you mention that you will be able to show them how to get registered for buy board?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's really good. Really, really good. Okay.
And my goal is to see if we can get a cooperative here. I'll be at a conference next week, and at a cooperative purchasing
great.
conference. So
Good
my
news.
goal is to see if someone can come to Brookshire.
Mm-hmm. So, and this was already approved by EDC, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so we need approval through council now, too. And it's funded through EDC as well, correct? I think so. Yeah. So we'll just need a vote on this to approval, or approval or not.
Can we vote on it as not being as a discussion item? Okay,
It's
okay.
agenda item.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's an agenda item, it is,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, number
So we want to wait till we get there?
Well, that's
Okay, we can wait till we get there. Thank you, ma'am.
All right,
Okay.
thank
Go
you.
ahead and do it now.
That's fine.
With
Let me
your,
read
Is
it
that
properly.
correct or not, sir?
you can,
Do we need to wait till we get there, or can we do it now?
no, you can move it up.
Okay, that's
fine,
what I
we'll do it
thought.
now.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay,
I make a motion that we'll approve the potential 3-day small business boot camp.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Ms. Taylor.
Motion passed. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you all. Thank you.
Want to go ahead and do 10 since they're back to back? It's the same thing.
Sorry.
Number 10 since it's the same thing.
10? What is that? Right. Yeah, we can do 10 as well.
I make a motion that we'll approve the EDC to fund the small business boot camp.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. All right, so we have another presentation by Geomarva Properties.
Just kick it off, and just wanted to mention that we reached out to the Geomarva Properties Incorporated last July. We saw signs throughout the city and just want to know what their development was about. And so they requested last year to be on the agenda to present their project. Unfortunately, they weren't able to make it, so they're back again to present a potential project off of Highway 90. for you all.
Do we have the?
The one you said.
Good evening.
Good evening. The arrow. All right. Good evening. My name is Jack Giamalva with Giamalva Properties. This is an industrial development that we are proposing to develop. It's 200,000 square feet. It is called 90 West Industrial. And so today we are here for reinvestment zone, a formal request. Our primary goal is receiving tax abatements or potential tax abatements in the city and county. And then through conversations with Ramiro, we've been informed that the first step is to have the property become a reinvestment zone. Here's the project, kind of a wide view. You see 90 West, and then in the background you see Empire West Business Park. That was development, I think it started in 2019, and it was developed by Stream. More or less, this is going to be a very similar building to that. And then you see downtown Brookshire to the west of this. So that is our site right off US 90, on the south side of US 90. Tax abatements would attract credit tenants, and so these credit tenants that would eventually lease the building, they expect some sort of tax abatement. That's just kind of the market for these credit tenants to come into the building. Here is our layout for the building. You can see that it's about 200,000 square feet. So this building will add about 17 to 20 million in added value to the city after the building's leased and there's a tenant in there. And that would equate to about 96,000 to 113,000 in annual tax revenue based off 2026 tax rate. Reinvestment zone in the city, as I said earlier, allow potential tax abatements for development. City and county tax abatements are very attractive to prospective credit tenants, and a tenant-occupied building in the city would create jobs. And then here's an elevation of what the building will look like. That is all I got. Are there any questions?
So I'll
Oh,
say,
you
I'm
wanna-
Charlie Giamalva. So where we are in this process is, the plans are fully done. We're in for permitting. We've hired a GC, and so we hope to break ground approximately July 1st. The permitting process is going to dictate our timeline on development.
Y'all been in contact with the county?
We have with Vince Yoakum, and he said that the city would initiate the tax abatements, and then the county would most likely follow suit with that.
The 17 to 20 million, what's in that number? Is
Wait.
that
I'm sorry.
I mean, the 17 to 20 million
20 million value
It's
in
so-
taxable.
based on, ba-
That's the total value of the project once it's leased.
yeah, based on, so you don't know what type of inventory will be stocked in there? You know, I mean, how'd you,
So real estate. That's real property, it's not, they're not talking about this.
okay.
This is personal property, is also taxable. We're just talking about fixed building land.
That should be the total value. On the tax rolls, there will be separated from, land value and then, improvements. But that is a total estimate. It could be higher, it could be lower. It's
Okay.
just a range. But it'll add that value to the city, which, is positive for the city and will eventually have, taxable revenue, for the city annually.
Did the county mention what type of abatements they offer there?
So they've told us that, their speculative development for industrial, it may be for more asset classes, but I asked for industrial. They said, 2 years of speculative, and then once a tenant is in there, they may revisit it and increase that number or add years to it. I know, there's been some popular tenants in the city like Tesla and Ferguson. I think they've extended their tax abatements, a few years more than 2.
Tenants ask for that. Tenants.
Yeah, the tenants will come, yeah.
All right, any more questions? All right, thank you all.
Thank you.
All right, so we have consulting reports. We have a code enforcement report. If y'all have any questions in the discussion on code enforcement report, we do have Dr. Batista here, or Ms. Copion that can answer those questions. Our code enforcement officer is not present tonight.
No questions?
Any questions? Okay. Grant Works reports. Ms. Glover?
I have on the ARPA, we have just finished up the road improvement Phase 2, and we're now in the phase of pending payment with the engineer that did the road works. And then the next step with ARPA will be the treasury report, which is due by April 30th. Next, we have the mid-mod. The first bid advertisement went out March 26th at Waller Times. Contract extension has been submitted to the General Land Office as of March the 30th, pending approval. And the next thing processed with the mid-mod will be the bid opening, which is be April the 14th, moving forward. Okay.
So we made good progress on that. Yeah, that's a drainage project off Stella Road, 4th Street, and 1st Street, yes. Okay.
Any questions?
LJ Engineering Permits. Thank you, Ms. Glover.
Hello. All right, so we've had a busy month, but I'm gonna point out my favorite one that happened is that Miss Tamika Brown's house finally got approval. I think we can all celebrate that.
Good. Good.
We've had quite a few pre-development meetings. I say it every month that we have a lot of exciting things coming down the pipeline. We've got a couple of residential submittals and quite a few commercial submittals at the moment that we're going through review. We are working, as she said, the road repairs have been finished, and we are just waiting their final pay application so we can close that out and hopefully get started on Phase 3. And then We are working on the design for Briarbrook and hope to have some initial plans next week for y'all to see. And then any other questions?
All right. Have any discussion or questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Public Works reports. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, staff, residents in attendance. You have the Public Works report in front of you. There's over, as you know, the local trash runs that we do and grass cutting schedules and over 300 work orders in front of you completed by Public Works. And you heard mention of the 8 roads that were completed as well. So Robin Street, 2nd Street from Waller to Purdy, 3rd Street from Waller to Purdy, Depot, the full road, Baines, 5th Street from 1489 to Baines, and then 10th Street, 11th Street, and 13th Street. So those have all been completed. I invite you to take a look at them, take a drive down them, and then also Hovis Lane was added as that change order. So as you go to the park, you won't have to wash your car immediately. And so that's been completed. And then the next report after that is going to be the EDC report, project manager's report for that. And so what you'll note is that there are 9 current projects. One that is in the potential projects, which is the Highway 90 Geomalva Properties project, is being moved to current project within the last week. So that based on the submission of their permit and plat. And so if there are any questions with the current projects or potential projects, I'd be happy to address that. And then want to note that we received a certificate from the Texas Economic Development Council for economic excellence recognition. And so we're also placed on the front page of the Waller Times for that. And lastly, our city projects. You have 51 city projects in front of you. Of those 51 city projects, 16 have been completed. 25 of them, 16 have been completed, 25 of them are in progress, and 10 have not started. A few of those 10 are scheduled for next year's budget, so there's a reason why they have not started. But if you have any questions, be happy to address any of the 3 reports. Thank you.
Just real quick trip.
Yes, quick trip. So they're on the verge of receiving their permit. As you can see, there's some fencing going around. They do have their sign going up. If you saw that big round pipe there, they've erected that, and then they're going to move forward. So they're on the verge of receiving their permit for construction. Likewise with Nationwide Trailers, as you see in there. Nationwide Trailers, you all approved them to move the new office trailer in, and so they received that this week, and so they're hopefully going through that process to have it moved in, and then we'll go through the process to get it inspected as well. And Ace Hardware should be moving very, very quickly as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. City Secretary report.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. For human resource side, we have 2 part-time groundskeepers that were hired to help and assist with the streets and the alleyways and keeping Brookshire beautiful. Documents that were signed, City Council meeting minutes for February 19th and March 6th. Ordinance for speed zone was signed and executed. Ordinance for mass gathering has not been completed. I am waiting to get with Attorney Olson in reference to cleaning that up and finishing that assignment up. Resolution for 1507 for council and election has been executed and passed over to the election office. Resolution for compensation has been completed, as well as the compensation has went out. Resolution for April Fair Housing Month was executed. We entered an agreement with Tyler Technology for the Brookshire Police Department. We completed a proclamation for Goya 90th year giveaway where the mayor, myself, and a few other employees attended this joyous occasion during Holy Week, and it was awesome. It was a lot of people there. It was just good to see so many people embrace the city of Brookshire and acknowledge and welcome us to being at their event and facility. Main focus, we're still working on Tyler Technology. We're in stage 1, trying to restore the software, going from FrontView to Encode. RCI is complete with the retention for the city as well as the Brookshire PD and EDC. So we've completed that project. It took us maybe a good month to complete that project with all of the departments within the city. And we had extremely a lot of boxes and stuff, retention. Our next phase will be destruction. Everything has been recorded. Weekly meetings that I have with the different city secretaries in the surrounding area. The department head meeting for this month, the mayor met with each one of the department heads individually, and so that's how we went over our current projects, our status of our projects, where we are, and what we need to be working on. And of course, I have my weekly meetings every Tuesday at 8:07 in the front office for all of my admin staff. That's all.
Any questions?
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Brookshire Police Department report. Good evening.
Good evening, council. So the police department for the month of March answered 237 calls for service. We responded 36 times to other agency assists. We worked 22 traffic accidents. We had 349 traffic contacts, completed 43 offense reports, and had 12 arrests. Community events that we attended around the city, well, just community events in general. The police department scholarship program had a lot of participation, and I believe that we have selected 2 candidates for 2 $500 scholarships, one male and one female, and I would like to present those scholarships at an upcoming meeting, hopefully in May, if that would be okay with you guys. Officer Phillips assisted a resident in securing temporary housing following a domestic violence incident to ensure the safety for this victim and children. Officers conducted 3 separate visits to Harmony Assisted Living to meet with the residents there. We hosted a meeting with local pastors to further develop our ongoing community outreach for our displacement program. Officers worked with Royal ISD PD and other staff members with the school district to implement safety measures for their annual FFA parade. We hosted an Easter egg hunt for several local families in the area, and Officer Phillips volunteered to be the Easter Bunny, so that worked out really well, and hopefully we get to do it again next year.
Are there pictures?
There's many photos if you'd like to see those after the meeting. The PD staff attended the ribbon cutting for Hurwell's new safe house to help domestic violence survivors in the community. Staff members attended the Goya 90th anniversary celebration along with several other city members. And around the police department, we successfully completed our annual firearms training qualifications for all of our sworn personnel. Several of the Lexipol policies were distributed to officers, and the daily training bulletins related to those policies will begin in the month of April, so that way officers are quizzed periodically on those policies so that they are familiar with them. RCI conducted their on-site review of all of our department files, as Ms. Connor stated, and so our next step will be the destruction for the records that are able to be destroyed and the scanning of all of the records that we need to retain. Ms. Connor and I met with training staff from Everbridge Mass Notification System, so that way we have an adequate mass notification system in case of an emergency. So we will be able to start sending out messages to local businesses and local residents whenever we do have an emergency. We are accepting applications currently for our detective position. We've already started scheduling our interviews for the position of patrol sergeant. And all documentation has been submitted to Flock for the cameras, and we are waiting on final approval from TxDOT, and I'm receiving monthly updates from Flock about whether or not TxDOT has yet approved that stuff. So now it's in TxDOT's hands. Coming up in the upcoming months, we are working to formalize a police chaplain program. I met with Dr. Tanya Smith, one of our local pastors, who has overseen chaplain programs for the med center and the hospital district, so she's going to help out with that program. We are preparing for our annual backpack and school supply drive, and hopefully we'll start collecting that stuff soon for the upcoming school year. And we are in the beginning stages of planning the safety measures for the Cinco de Mayo celebration and parade.
But we still have the officers riding around at night to check on the businesses and
Yes,
also
sir.
at the truck stop?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're still monitoring the no-through truck streets for no-through truck violations?
That is correct.
Okay, because we have all these new roads in and we don't want them torn up. Okay.
Yes,
so-
in the upcoming weeks, we plan to assign officers to specific streets during specific times to enforce that truck ordinance as well.
Okay. All right. Is there any more questions? Any questions? No. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
All right. So I have the court's report. Cases imported was 111. Cases completed was 56. Total revenue collected was $9,939.06. Number of people on the docket was 44. Number of people on the show cause docket was 25. Compliance dismissals with fee. Disposition of safety courts was 15, DDC. Dismissed by prosecution was 2. Dismissed no compliant witnesses, 0. Dismissed other insurance compliance plea bargain was 7. Dismissed age purge is 0. Warrants issued were 42. Reported to Omni was 29. Reported to collections after 60 days was 37. The total collections for the month of March 2026 was $9,939.06, an increase of $95.66 over the previous month, February. Combination of dockets totaled 103 for the month of March and decreased from February to 4 cases. There were 111 file violations in the month of March, an increase of 61 violations for the month of February. Is there any questions on the court report? Okay. All right. Financial bills paid. Revenue and expense report. Ms. Watts, good evening.
Good evening. I'm going to start off with the audit for 2022. An update, we have completed all of the sample testings, and we also have received some trial balances from Baker Tilly. We are currently making all the journal entries to move forward with the 2023 audit. We have not received the green light for 2022, but as far as we've been notified, the sample testing has been completed, unless otherwise. They have also requested documents for the 2023 audit, so while they are completing the 22, we are starting the 2023 as well. We have corrected all of the employees for American Fidelity, so going forward, it should be reconciled monthly. The city will not, we stop the bleeding on taking the loss of the insurance premiums for American Fidelity. And also with Texas Health Benefits, we are going to a forum that is scheduled to have our new contracted rates. We'll see what that looks like. They say it's going to be single digits, but we will have the rates coming up in the next couple of months for auditing and budgeting purposes. In the payroll department, we have completed the payroll audit. We have cleaned up all of the pay codes, deduction codes, stopped all the bleeding where it was necessary. So that is a clean slate moving forward into Tyler Technologies. With Tyler Technologies, I know Ms. Connor already addressed, we're still in the implementation, we're doing the trainings, we're scheduled to have training set to move forward with the conversion. And then I have included a new document in y'all's binder. It's going to be the income report.
And this is an important one right here.
This is the important one. So this is from October 2025 to March 2026. We have received $7,669,220.38. We have paid 11 projects out. I have listed the 11 projects that were paid out with the actual numbers. Total projects paid is $891,970.30. We have 3 open purchase orders currently that have been issued for the city for the 3 different capital outlay programs. So that total is $194,874.13. And if you go over to page 2, we have 14 pending projects. This is what was budgeted. It could vary when the actual number comes in. That's $1,206,208.07. The total payments in the pending projects, not including EDC, future council meeting, I will provide an EDC report as well with their projects, is $2,293,052.47. The difference is going to be $5,376,167.91. Our monthly operating expenses, including payroll, average about $420K. With that number and the projected sales taxes, we are targeted to remain on budget with an excess of $2.5 million. So we're in good standing. With that $2.5 million, it'll allocate some budgeting for the new salaries that will be taking place, the new insurance premiums, possible TMRS increase, and also rise of fuel cost and so forth.
Right. So the 2.5 million is actually a good position to be in, but it's a good stopping point as well.
Right.
So we hope that we do not need to add any new projects this time. We are uncertain about what the fuel. We know we're probably paying double cost in fuel now. We're definitely uncertain about the insurance, and we just received notice about the Herman Hospital Blue Cross split, right? And so, and then we possibly with the salary increase or not. So we have a lot to talk about moving forward in budget, but the good thing is that, you know, we're about $5 million to the good right now, and we're expecting to, as Ms. Watts mentioned, to have about a $2 million surplus, and this does not include the $12 million combined accounts that we already have in the bank. Okay, so we're in really, really good shape financially.
We're in good shape.
Right.
So I will provide the EDC projects as well, so y'all have an accurate numbers on that. This does not match the revenue and expense because this is through March. Revenue and expense is through February 20th. Any questions?
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Old business. Item number 7. Public hearing concerning the adoption of comprehensive new subdivision regulation within the city limits, extraterritorial jurisdiction of the city. Mr. Olson.
Mayor, Council, this was tabled last meeting just because we didn't have a draft ready for you, but it's my understanding you have been presented a draft. So this step is just a statutorily required public hearing. So I think that we'll let Shanna just give a brief overview of what we're dealing with tonight, and then we'll open up to the public. Mayor.
So first, before you start, can we say about the reason why we're doing it? Are you going to say that?
I
Why?
don't mind giving a brief. So,
Yeah,
so
why
if
it's
y'all
good.
remember, we passed an old subdivision rules, and really the subdivision rules haven't changed all that much in the last 30, 40 years. Procedurally, yes, but as far as what we can and can't do as a general law city, not so much. So we've had the LJA take a look at the subdivision ordinance. Shannon's going to present a little bit about that today, but we just wanted the engineers to go back and make sure that that was done properly, because apparently back in 2023, when this first came up, and this, at least in some form, this ordinance was presented at council at that time, a hearing was held, discussion was had, but no action was ever taken.
And it was updated because the old ordinance from 1978 was outdated.
It was in some
Okay, in
capacities,
some
yes.
capacity.
Correct.
Right, so we have, the ordinance, so basically the subdivision ordinance kind of dictates, outlines how to design a subdivision, and basically what goes along with that, sidewalks, lot sizes, building lines, et cetera. We didn't change much of that in this one. The main things that there's three main things that we updated with this change. One of them, and I think the biggest one, is platting. It actually defines plats a lot better than what we have currently. It tells you which plat, is what, when you need it, when you don't need it, what's excluded, and basically it outlines the process and everything about it. I think it makes it a lot clearer because we do have a lot of questions about platting, so I think it's going to be a big improvement as far as developers are concerned.
Procedurally, that stuff's dictated by state law, in Chapter 212 of the Texas Local Government Code. So we're just trying to mirror that, capture that, so that people aren't confused about the process.
The second one, we are changing the lot size for a commercial business, or the minimum lot size frontage for a commercial business. Right now, it is actually smaller than a residential lot size at 25 feet, and we are proposing to change it to 100 feet. In doing so, we kind of help not have small businesses in between houses or in residential lots. So that way, they have to buy a little bit bigger lots, which is typically not directly in the residential areas, right? And then the third one, which I think gets confusing for developers, we actually had a lot of water and sanitary rules, and it actually referred back to a planning commission for approval for those things as well, which we know we have neither the water and sanitary, nor do we have a planning approval. So we've basically taken those rules out and stated that Brookshire Municipal Water is the one who reviews and approves sanitary and water, but that the city still has review and approval for anything that goes in the public right of way, anything that goes underneath our streets, and et cetera, so that, they're not just doing those things without us, or without us consenting or knowing.
So basically, that's just a general overview. It's not time for question and answer at this time. Let's see if anybody from the public wants to say.
All right. So we open the meeting at 7:52. It is 7:56 right now. And I guess we have no public comments or public questions. All right. So we can move to agenda item number 8. Discussion and possible action to consider ordinance number 25747-16, adopting the comprehensive new subdivision regulations within the city limits and extraterritorial jurisdiction of the city.
Do y'all have any questions or concerns?
Any discussion?
The framework really didn't change all that much. All we did was update this to mirror state law when it comes to procedural plat consideration and address some of the references to water and sewer, which we don't do.
I make a motion that we approve ordinance number 26-747-16.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Y'all.
sir. Item number 11. We already did 9 and 10. Discussion of possible action to consider the use of sales tax proceeds to undertake and fund improvements in development of green space at Hovers Park, concrete around baseball fields, and the amphitheater, lights estimated at $226,000. Dr. Batista.
Good evening again. So we had this item on our EDC agenda. Again, we asked them to bring it back and for the board to reconsider. Want to bring to you all that they did approve the lights. However, there were some reservations on the concrete, and so we want to bring that forward to you all and allow David to kind of speak on that behalf and see how you would like for us to proceed.
So, I mean, at this time, I think that y'all essentially charge the EDC to fund this project. It's something y'all considered. There's a little bit of a disconnect between, I think, what they think their role is right now. We didn't really get into it because, again, they've proposed kind of a revised concrete plan. I think y'all can talk about it, but at the end of the day, what I'd like from council is clear direction on what we're supposed to tell the board. If y'all want them to consider this project as presented, not as revised, then I think they need to understand that too. And then I can have a kind of a heart-to-heart with them about that and their role. But it's really up to y'all and what you want the scope of this project to look. Right now, they have kind of proposed a slightly scaled down scope on the concrete. So that's something we're talking about, Mayor, and I think you just let us know at the staff level how you would like us to proceed with the EDC.
So you mentioned they propose a scale down.
Yes, sir. So I do have some pictures and some images here that I want to share. All right. This a little closer. So as you all know, this is the turf field here. This is the turf field here. And so the concrete was going to be installed to all the way to the west, is around this shape. And as we go down further, is in front of the clubhouse, this shape, and then to the east of the clubhouse, all the way, I believe, nearly to the sidewalk, this entire shape. Now, there were reservations were on this one here that the concrete was too far out, and they only wanted to maybe do half of this portion of the concrete. And so what was discussed also is that, you know, there are going to be 3 catch basins. Maybe that's the reason why that concrete was so far out to the west and to the east, because of the flooding that took place there. But the reason we brought it back was because of the hazardous rock that's in place there now at this time. And so their reservations was that there was not this much concrete, that other half of the concrete required to be expensed on an EDC project.
Does this change the amount?
It would, but I'd have to ask for another quote, and then it would be a reduction.
And they have asked, they've charged us with going back and getting another quote,
Okay.
bringing it back to them.
I would like to see all those figures and completed information.
Yes, ma'am. So this is an image of what the rock looks like now.
I know,
This
it needs,
So the concrete will go to the end of that?
originally it was set to go to the end of this,
Okay.
where the rock's at. Now they want to stop somewhere around this tree, or a little just past the
Entrance
end of
of
the
the
dugout.
dugout.
Beginning
Yeah.
of where that concrete pad is.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
It'd
so
be
in that area.
just this right where this second tree is at, and then a reduction not to exceed where this telecommunications fixture is at.
Okay. I mean, even if it's a sidewalk going through there, as long as we're in ADA compliance, it doesn't even have to be the whole thing. As long as you can get, we're in ADA compliance. you know,
Nothing suggested by the EDC board it was all, gonna be contingent on being compliant. So I think having access points and designated, wheelchair accessible, bleachers or sitting areas was discussed. So I think they just wanted to see a revised proposal from this concrete company. If y'all are okay with that, we'll proceed in that direction.
And also, could you go and do some benchmarking, Sealy, and some other cities in surrounding areas and see what they have at their parks as well?
Sure. Be happy to bring some photos back as well for the next meeting. And we will put it both back on the EDC agenda for May, and then we'll bring it back as well for the city council to make a decision.
I have a question. That metal box right there, what is that?
So it may be something dealing with wastewater, but we'll check with the.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
Faux manhole cover with just probably got a ladder down there.
That's exactly what it
Have
is.
you been in there?
That's exactly what it is.
so do we need something?
I go underground sometimes.
Engineers, the new ones have to go down there.
All right, so
Hey, to me,
Any other
looking at
questions?
that is a safety. Yeah.
It's locked.
It is a safety, I know, but with it being there and protruding above some
Somebody
type of,
tripping or something?
yeah, well, just,
definitely needs to be painted yellow, right? Painted yellow for one, the reflective
something
yellow.
needs to
Yeah, reflective yellow, for now. until-
happen.
You could even put poles up around it.
Bollards, we could
Yes.
put some bollards around it if
Right.
we need to.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
I would say again, that's what I
this thing
feel.
is not at grade, it's gonna be much lower, so cutting that thing off at grade, at ground level, and putting a traditional cover could probably, we could add it as an add-on.
But in the short term,
I would like to see
yeah.
that.
There
Just see if they're
still
willing
needs
to
to
even
be
put
something.
something out there. That's a whole different project, though, I don't wanna spend too much time.
I know, but safety
We,
first.
we will make note of it for the
Short-term, because
Safety first.
they're gonna be opening April 11th, so in the short term, paint it yellow and put
agree
poles
with you,
around it.
Mayor.
Yeah, put poles around it,
Yes, sir.
so we,
We'll do. We'll do.
And make sure it's a lock on it.
Make sure a lock.
Oh.
There's a
It's
lock.
on it. And it's
We'll do.
locked.
all right, so there's no action.
No, I think,
Right.
and so you want us to proceed with the EDC's recommendation?
Yes. Is that what the board agreed to?
That part, but
Proceed
we
with-
did take action on the lights.
Yeah.
It was the second part to that. We took action
Oh.
on the lights.
We'll need a formal vote on that matter,
But like,
not necessarily the
finishes with you and the lights the last time.
Make a
Is that
motion to
the-
move forward with the proposed
sorry,
quote
hold
for
on.
the
Was that correct?
theater lights.
I didn't hear you.
I said that there was some issue with the lights at the.
But all y'all are doing is approving the project required
So-
by statute.
So, Ms. Vaughn had a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So that there's two issues. There's a failure with the lights that we are working to correct. That's one problem out there, right?
Yes,
We have a quote for the repair.
We do for
Right.
that third field.
Yes. And then this particular action, I think, is to add lighting. Is that correct or not?
So, no, sir, this is gonna be the lighting for the amphitheater.
For the amphitheater?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So the BDC board did approve that project, the lighting. So we do need some direction or a blessing on the project from you all.
So to add lighting, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I make a motion that we move forward with the amphitheater lights.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. All right,
I'm gonna need
Yeah.
Ms. Taylor.
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
Item number 12, discussion and possible action to approve parking variance for Grunfos Industrial at 35259 US Highway 90.
I just want to show the, it'd probably be good just an aerial. Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. Just wanted to start off kind of taking a step back, because we haven't submitted this. We've had a pre-development meeting with the city, but haven't submitted the building permit application just yet. So this is the existing campus of Grunfos, who has their North American headquarter and manufacturing here in the city of Brookshire. And we're looking to do a 122,000 square foot expansion, kind of 122,000 square foot expansion, would be adding kind of one of those larger industrial buildings, kind of the bottom right portion of that red square you see there. And then we would have a detention pond to the top left that would outfall to US 90. We currently have already submitted to BKDD, we've submitted to TxDOT, and working with the municipal water district as well. The reason we come today is to ask for parking variance. So the city of Brookshire has two main ways to calculate parking. One's based kind of on the employee count, and one's based on the square footage count. The way the square footage count is, it's just for traditional industrial, not very specific. Grunfos has operations here for the last over a decade. They know kind of how much parking that they need. So based off the employee count, the max employee count that they have is 276 employees at one given time. Per code, City of Brookshire requires a little under one. And then right now, we currently have 367 spots. But if we based it off of square footage, that would require 545 parking spots. And I think ultimately for Grunfos, we don't want added parking that no one's going to use and potentially prevent future expansion of manufacturing, which could drive more jobs in the region.
Makes sense. You have anything to add?
Can you tell them, basically, the deficiency is you're asking for 61?
Yeah, so in terms of operations, so the building would be right around here. And Grunfos is actually going to move their manufacturing operation from building C to here. So this building will remain empty in the proposed condition. In that scenario, we'd be deficient 61 spots to the square footage. And what we talked to with the City of Brookshire planning and zoning official, so if you see there's that empty lot between the building and the pond. If in the future there was parking issues, we could get to compliance by paving that whole strip.
Right.
Some of the other industrial areas, I don't think Grunfos has ever presented a problem as far as parking goes. I know some of them we have where the employees are parking on the streets at the moment right now. We haven't had an issue for that.
All right. Any questions?
Ready?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
I move to approve the parking variance request for Grunfos Industrial at 35259 US Highway 90 as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Item number 13, discussion and possible action regarding entering into a cost-sharing agreement with Royal Independent School District for a demographic study. So originally, I think Mr. Green, Alderman Green, this was something that you had requested for demographic study. We do have one existing here that was done in 2023, 2024, okay? And it shows all of the future growth for housing and student count projections and school projections and all of that. And so I think the cost, and I'd like to add also that this demographic study that was done in 2023 and 2024, some of the recommendations are still being implemented. All the housing that's coming in all in and around Waller County and the school being built. So we're kind of still in the midst of this one, right? But Royal School District has entered into agreement with the same company to do an updated demographic study for 2026 to 2027. I think that is at a cost of $80,000. It's $40,000 per year, and it will be a cost sharing for the city of $20,000 per year. And Royal will share the other $20,000 for the updated demographic study. Any discussion?
Ms. Vaughn?
I didn't say a word.
No, you didn't have to. You didn't have to. I'm just kind of
I didn't say a word.
I just like to know all the information, and if anyone has anything to share, please share it.
So they hide from
Now, what I did, I did a little digging with the Houston Galveston Area Council, and they also will do the studies. Don't have a cost yet, but I did get a contact person who is in charge of doing these type of studies. Hadn't made any contact yet. Don't have any information to give you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Since you're still gathering information,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to get that information.
Okay. Before we move forward.
I'm just one individual.
Mayor, do you have a timeline? Do they have a timeline?
They're already in contract with this particular company, yeah. So,
I've just voiced my opinion.
I was also told that they would actually pay
Some of this,
pay for the study. Now I don't have that etched in stone, but a person who worked closely with them on a previous study shared that information with me.
what was that? I missed
I
that.
didn't hear what you said, I'm sorry.
He said somebody told him that they also would pay it, but he didn't get that.
They have funding.
Yeah.
They have funding that would help pay for this study. So it would.
You want to jump in right now,
don't at all.
like you're wanting to say something.
The only thing I have is, we have on the books next week a meeting with HGAC, and we can pose the question to them.
Okay.
Okay,
So-
that sounds good.
So, are you all mentioning now that you want to table this action
Yeah.
Correct.
until we get the, okay?
Yes.
Opportunity to speak with HGAC.
All right, that's fine. I mean, so be no action on this particular item, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on to item number 14 then. Discussion and possible action to authorize a request for Economic Development Corp., EDC, to potentially funding of camera upgrades at Hovers Park. So, we've, actually had a meeting with, a company because it was mentioned to us during the previous meeting that we want to look at cameras and door access, right? For all of the city. So we did have a meeting with a company to discuss camera and door access for all of the city. And it will include Hovers Park, PD, here City Hall, the Disaster Recovery Center, the museum, the annex building, all of it for camera access and security, door access. And so we're asking that you all allow us time to finish this out and get this quote and come back to you all with a complete package for everything,
For the entire city.
for the entire city.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay? If you have to council, please the council do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's
Right.
no action.
So there's no action taken on this particular item right now. Thank you. Item number 15, discussion and possible action regarding the installation, maintenance, and upgrade of streetlights in the city of Brookshire. Now, this one is very interesting. And we have a presentation,
Oh, yes.
okay?
I remember this. Trying to get that done.
Right, good evening again.
Oh, you need the lights. right?
Oh, sure. Good evening again. Wanted to bring this to you all's attention, talk about the streetlights and where they're at and how many we have. It has come to our attention that we have a little over 500 streetlights that the city pays for. And so those costs average, is my understanding, about $7,000 per month at minimum. But we wanted to share with you all some of the locations of these lights, what that looks like, and then kind of give you an understanding of where these, mention where these lights are at. So in front of us, we're here, Velasco, Cooper, Fifth Street, City Hall is here. So all these
Red dots.
these stars that you see here are light poles that the city pays for. And so here on Front Street in Cooper, there's one there. And if you click on it, that's 115 LED bulb. And each intersection, even Waller Avenue will have some lights here, but you'll see that there are lights essentially at each intersection. What we're trying to do is identify, one, is the light pole there? Does the bulb come on? And are we paying for it? And so as I zoom out, you'll see a little bit more, and then a little bit more, and then a lot more. So city pays for all of these, and so this is just the north side here, and we go to the south side of town here, and the light poles are all there. So they're throughout the city in all these various locations, and so we're identifying them now. I mean, if you can report a light pole outage on any one of these, and if you click on it, and you can report an issue if you see that as a resident, or you can inform us. We start doing this. We've reported about 30 lights in the last month at various locations. So when you report it, it gives you an opportunity to identify what is wrong with the light and any additional comments. And then when you go next, it gives you an opportunity to put your email address in, and they'll give you an update when it's been repaired. This option here is to look and see where it's at. It kind of gives you an image of from where the light is at. So what's needed is an identification of all the 500 lights and their capacity to put the light out that's required for that area. What we do know is the ones here on Front Street, on the north side of 90, which you'll see here, are the little poles. So those little lamp posts that you see out throughout the community, a bunch of those on Highway 90 have now been repaired. Their bulbs were broken, or the pole was leaning and whatnot. So it was made mention that there are some issues with lighting on Waller Avenue with 359, getting closer to the truck stop here. But as you can note, and it might take a second to come back up, but there's a light pole here, and then as you move along, these light poles do come up. They actually are there. So there's one there. And at each intersection, essentially, what we're trying to do now is determine if those light poles have the correct wattage that's needed to give out the proper light. And again, the file is here with over 500 addresses for these streetlights.
So just begin with trying to get the light repaired at the truck stop, because there's been accidents there, right? So we went to go look, and it was out, and we found out that CenterPoint owns the equipment. Hudson Energy is the provider of the lights. Then we end up finding all these red dots everywhere, and then we want to know if the light poles are even there, you know. And so the city's paying $7,000 a month for this, and so we need to verify if they're working, if they're even there, and then we need to explore the option of maybe going solar on a lot of them. Because if we do, we could save a lot of money if we go solar, specifically for those little lamp poles or something, you know. So we still have homework to do on this, but we just wanted to let you all know that this is a huge project that.
Fourth and Rouse.
Sir?
Can you go to Fourth and Rouse?
This one? It just left, but it'll come back. Right, these.
Okay.
So you got 45 watt, 45 LED, 345s probably.
That's straightened out.
That
Yeah.
third one you just
Little
clicked on, I
45.
don't think that's there anymore.
Yeah,
May not.
and if we actually look at these two that are in front of us, they're not on the map either. What we were told from CenterPoint is that last March they were de-energized, and we had to, I guess maybe because of the work that was being done, and so now we re-energized them this week, so they should be coming on sometime soon. So, a lot of effort.
If it's on there, are we being charged any type?
We
of
believe so.
Yeah.
That pole has been missing for 6, 7 years.
So we don't know if we're being charged necessarily for electricity usage. You know, the material, the product was already there, is already installed. They're light. It was just the usage that we're trying.
Problem is you have one company owns the equipment, and then you have another company that's the provider of the service, and so, you
Mr.
know,
Green, you
who's
remember
verifying?
The issues we had
Yes,
back.
ma'am. I'm having flashbacks.
Yes.
Yeah.
The same problems that you guys are
Yeah.
expressing.
Thank
All
you.
right, so is any other discussion on that?
So you try to go forward and.
Thank you all so much on that one. Item number 16. Discussion regarding updates to the displacement community program, including recent meetings, the selection of officers, B, Brookshire Police Department and community participation. Alderwoman Vaughn.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. In your packet, you have, before I go forward, let me introduce the main people. Dr. Smith, Officer Phillips, Chief, okay. Dr. Lee Nelson Jones has been elected as the president of the Brookshire Care and Crisis Leadership Council. And as you see in your package, leadership structure, the program oversight, be Chief Holly Green. Program coordination will be Lieutenant Phillips, Councilman Officer Lyndon Stamps, and I'll be the program advisor. Community partnership leadership is going to be, like I said, Dr. Lee Nelson Jones. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it tonight, but he did request the vice president, which is Dr. Smith.
Right, and he did reach out to me as well, so I have some additional information.
Okay, great. Secretary, Lieutenant, Lord help, Lieutenant Phillips. The treasurer is Dr. Smith, and parliamentarian is gonna be Roosevelt Lasker. He did all the research, all the planning, and everything. He did include the policy and procedures. That information is in the packet, and the participation agreement form, along with the shelter placement intake form. So I just wanted to let you guys know the update.
Okay, and so he did mention that there's a 3-month evaluation and then a 6-month evaluation, right? And they will meet every first Wednesday of every month at PD, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And so, as you mentioned, he did complete these documents, and we'll need a vote on them to implement the program. Thank you all so much for coming up.
What you wanna say?
Did y'all want to say anything? I'm sorry. Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we should vote on it now. Yeah.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for volunteering for this program. It's very, very important. It's definitely needed in the city. Definitely. It's also does not cover mental illness or drugs, anything like this. That's why it's called a shelter displacement program. And if you all look through the document, you'll see all the criteria for who that it does cover to be inside the program or not. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you guys so much. The discussion regarding updates.
The motion to accept it.
Yes. Huh? Accept that. Yes. Go ahead and do a motion. I move that we accept the displacement community program, including all the recent meetings, the selection of the officers, Brookshire PD, and community participation as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Thank you. Item number 17. Discussion and possible action regarding the review and acceptance of Brookshire Public Works Building resheeting change order. Number 1, roofing repairs and base angle.
Good evening again. During construction of the resheeting of the Public Works building, it was determined and noticed that the angle at the very bottom that goes all the way around the facility was rusted out. And so when they were going to screw the new paneling, there was nothing to screw it to. So all the way around the entire facility would be new angle iron to get screwed to, in addition to 6 panels on the roof were bad or either had holes and been leaking. And every screw on that roof will get replaced because of the rubber might be rusted out or whatnot. So every screw that's on that roof will get replaced with this change order.
Yeah. And I think this is would be the no additional change orders required.
No, sir. No,
Okay,
sir.
this is final cost.
Yes, that's correct.
You know, you have the estimated completion of the project?
Yes, I believe April 10th is next Friday, and so the project should be completed by next Friday.
Cool. Ready?
All right.
I make a motion that we'll accept the Brookshire Public Works Building receiving change order number 1, roofing repairs and base angle.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Item number 18.
Yes, this is on the agenda. We've been approached by a couple of developers again, and so we also had a couple of discussions with the EDC president and the mayor, and we're bringing to you all an opportunity to have a second. Oh, excuse me.
So this will be discussion and possible action to select a date for the potential 12th Street Development Town Hall meeting. Great. Okay, sir.
Yes, my apologies. So what we're doing here is just bringing you all to potentially have another town hall meeting. It was discussed that maybe the residents in the community didn't have an opportunity to come voice their opinion or learn more about the projects that are seeking to take place there. So there is one developer who owns property from 10th Street to 12th Street, and they want to come in and potentially talk about their project. And then, as you all know, the developer that came in that wants to develop on 12th Street itself, the 200,000 square foot facility, they also want to come in and speak on their behalf of their development that they look to seek on their property. So it's another opportunity for everyone to come forward, identify what the project looks like, and see if there's an option to move forward or not. Ma'am? I'm sorry.
Am I hearing two?
2 projects. Yes, it'll be one that directly requires 12th Street to get to their property, and the other project, they have property from 10th Street to 12th Street, so they would have access from 10th Street, 12th Street, and 359, because they also own that little portion in between the auto parts store and the hotel. So it'd be essentially 3 entrances to that development.
We're gonna do just one.
Yeah, we have one town hall, 3 dates to decide on. Yeah, one town hall. 18.
Do the first one, 14th.
The 14th?
May 14th?
May 14th.
All right. Is that agreed, May 14th?
That's fine.
All right, it's May 14th, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, executive session.
Favorite part.
City Council will meet in closed session pursuant to Title 5, Chapter 551 of Texas Government Code for the purpose of consultation with legal counsel, Section 551071. Black Panther, ABC News, public information. The council will convene an executive session pursuant to Section 551074 of the Texas Government Code to consider personnel issues and duties of police officers, employees, city secretary, police chief, financial administrator, project manager, municipal courts clerk, and the time is 8:33 p.m.
Hey, question, the news guy is asking, they want to stay back in 1975, right, basketball, right?
Green, you gotta get them bottles. They talking about you.
All right,
I don't. I throw mine away.
and we're back. The time is 10:11. Discussion and consider action resulting from executive session. There was no action. Alderman Green, do you have any future agenda items, sir?
No, sir.
Alderwoman Taylor?
No, sir.
Alderman Stamps?
No, sir.
Okay,
Got 7.
I have 5. So discussion and possible action to select a vendor for the sprinkler system on Highway 90. All the way down, the trees. Discussion and possible action to purchase a AC system for the annex building. Discussion and possible action to purchase automated gates for the Brookshire Police Department. Yes, ma'am. Discussion and possible action to purchase a building canopy for Public Works. And the last one, discussion and possible action to select a city attorney. That's it. Oh, sorry, community announcement.
Yeah, come on, make it short. That's not nice.
Okay. Good evening, Mayor Richards and council.
Good evening.
Okay, first, for the announcement, City Hall is closed on tomorrow for Good Friday. We will be reopening on Monday, April 6th at 8:30. We would like everyone to come out and cheer on the 2025-2026 Royal High School Boys Soccer Team. They are having state semifinals. It'll be on tomorrow at Seguin, Texas at 7 p.m. Okay, and they are going to have a fan bus that will pick up, if anybody wants to ride the fan bus, they're in the back of the high school, leaving at 4:30 p.m. Okay. On April 11th is the citywide cleanup day. It is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Drop-off location will be at the Public Works. It's 1215 Kenny Street. Just to give you a quick rundown, the items that cannot be brought to the location is dirt, bricks, concrete, liquid paint, fuels, oil, tires, pesticides, fertilizers, and batteries. They are accepting refrigerators and freezers, but it has to be drained of Freon, please. April 30th is the City of Brookshire's Senior Citizens event from 9 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. The location is pending at this time due to the election. On Sunday, May 3rd, Cinco de Mayo Festival. Parade starts at 12 noon at the Police Department. The route will be Highway 90. Family Fun Day will be here at the amphitheater from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. And last thing, please don't forget, we still are doing the commemorative brick campaign. Deadline is May 15th. The forms are online on the City of Brookshire website, or you can pick them up here at City Hall. That's all I have.
Thank you, Ms. Dunn. Our favorite Officer Phillips.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just want to say the Easter egg hunt was a success, and Ms. Taylor did come through finally. We got the
golden egg,
so it was a miracle, but she came through. So, but it was fun because the Easter Bunny was there. He was older, but we had fun. And just want to know, just to piggyback on what Chief was saying about the scholarship, we got the 2 students, and one of them has a 4.0 GPA, another has a 3.0, almost what I had.
And food.
So we just want to say thank you guys for allowing us to continue to do what we're doing, and thank Chief Green for
All right.
happening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Get out.
All right.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?